Wednesday morning, up and at 'em, out here doing it. And I just wanted to put a message out there. There's a lot of people suffering right now. There's a lot of people going through it. And I wanted to give a shout out to those people. And it might seem like you're stuck in a funk, or you're stuck in some kind of situation that you're unable to get out of. But don't give up. Don't give up. You know, it's just like I say to people, especially my daughters, on the grand scheme of things, is it worth it? Because sometimes we can get mixed up in some, what we call the smaller things, when it's all big, when you think about it. But the things where we may get moaning about, certain TV show that hasn't come on, or we can't get out because, excuse me, or we can't get out because it started raining, or the weather isn't too good, or somebody let us down because they can't make it, or we get wrapped up in so much in those and it causes a lot of suffering, and then we end up going downhill. And go and check out Rick, Corn Life Network. Hope he's doing okay. But go and check him out today. He's going on at 10 a.m. and he's putting a shout. He's going to be doing a live show out there. So go and check him out. He's coming up at 10 this morning. And I hope he's doing good. So I just wanted to put a shout out to him, because this affects a lot of us, as far as that suffering, as far as that wondering what the heck is going on at times, right? We get into those spots where we have no idea what's going on, or we're stuck in this area believing that there ain't no way out of it. And there is a way out of it. There's always a way out. Sometimes that means time. Sometimes it just means sitting tight and letting time do its thing. And sometimes it can mean that we can take some certain choices or certain actions towards getting ourselves out of there. But those things that we can't control, those things that, or those people that want to work on bringing us down, or not much we can do about them. Best thing for those kind of people that are trying to pull us down and send us into suffering is boundaries. But the boundaries have to have the consequence with it. Otherwise the boundary means nothing. And a boundary is there to help you, nobody else. The boundary is there to protect you. It doesn't mean pushing anybody away. It just means you're doing this to protect you. And believe me, if those people want to stick around and they are your friends of what you think they are, then they'll stick around and they'll respect your boundaries. And those that go away and drift away, what are you losing? Because if you're putting a boundary down with something, with somebody, where it's bothering you, and then they keep overstepping that boundary, then do you really need them around if they keep on pushing the boundary, your boundary, and they keep on making you feel a certain way, they keep pulling you down? They're negative people. So by putting that boundary there, you're protecting yourself, nobody else. And stick with the consequence of that boundary. So a big shout out to all those people that are finding it hard right now. There's a lot of it coming up right now. People scratching their heads wondering what's going on. People coming and saying what's going on in the world. I can't do anything about it. No, you're right, you can't do anything about it. That's the problem. Is you want to do something about it, but we can't do anything about it. Which then sends that mind on a spiral. Because if you're a fix-it person, if you want to fix, and this isn't looking to be fixed, and we can't do anything about it, you might as well turn away from the things that's causing it, that you can't control, like the news. Stay away from it, switch it off, because you're going to hear things in the news that's really going to set you off, and it's all things normally that we can't do anything about. In fact, why does the news report on certain things where the public can't do nothing? It's kind of weird how we tune into the news, right? I think it's that thing that pulls us into like an entertainment thing. It's like it like pulls us in. I think we know it's going to be a lot of bad news. We know that it's going to not be good. We know there's going to be a lot of negatives there, but we still go ahead and switch it on and watch it. So why would we do that? What's the attraction to the news? I can't really see one, because every time I've switched the news on, there's one channel pulling the other channel apart, or there's just absolute chaos going on somewhere in the world, or within your own country, maybe within your own town sometimes, right? But look at that. Look at the news and look how bad it is. Look how many times you can switch on the news and you can be in a good mood, and all of a sudden it's going to bring you down to another level. It's going to start making you feel bad because you're tuning in and you're responding to what you're hearing and what you're seeing. And that's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it at all, because then it's going to put you in a bad spot within your mind and your suffering. It's not worth it. Good morning. It's not worth it because you can't do anything about it. So if you can't do anything about it, why would we bring our own suffering, right? But I just wanted to put this message out there. I just wanted to say, stick with it. Don't quit. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Even if it means sometimes, yes, we have to go and lay down. Or we don't have to. We choose to. We choose to go and lay down and sleep it off, or take a nap, or work through it that way. But, don't make a habit of staying there. Do that PPA, positive progressive action. And once you've taken your nap, set an alarm too, otherwise you're going to stay in bed and make it say get up or something. But set an alarm, or have it say get your feet on the ground, because that's the PPA. Getting those feet back on the ground, moving yourself towards the opposite of where you're at. And then you'll start moving. It takes that PPA, it takes that movement, it takes us pushing ourselves in that direction so that we can start working ourselves out of that situation and start moving past it. But if we just sit, or if we stay in bed all day, hey, trust me guys, I've done it. I've been there and I've done that, where I've stayed in bed. But then what happens when I've slept for quite a bit, and then I do the PPA and get my feet on the ground, and then I might get through that day, and then I think how much time I've actually blown doing nothing. Just puts you in a bad spot again. So if you're choosing to go away and take a nap and sleep it off a little bit, set your alarm. Set your alarm so that your alarm goes off and it says, hey, get your feet on the ground. Start making those moves, or something to where it's not going to allow you to tune into the negatives all the time and keep yourself, in a place where you don't want to be. So if you're going to go and take that nap, go and take the nap. But make sure you get your feet on the ground at some point and start moving yourself out of there. So, hope you have a good rest of your week. Think about those things. Think about switching that news off. Grab a book, read a book. Or if you're going to watch something that's inspirational. Watch some of these people that do these absolutely awesome interviews, and they interview people, and there's a lot of good inspirational people out there that have got some really good interviews that you can watch, and it can help you. And please, please, please don't watch anything news-wise before you go to bed, because then that's going to be working on your mind, and you ain't going to be having a very good sleep either, and then that's going to cause more problems in the morning and your following day, because your anxiety is going to spike through lack of sleep. Doesn't work. So I hope everybody has a good rest of their week. Keep with it, and stay the course. Namaste.